Hello student, welcome back. It is lecture 7, module 3, microcontroller and embedded system. Shongita Roy, assistant professor, electronics and communication engineering department, Narula Institute of Technology. It is also under 8051 assembly language programming tools. In the previous classes, we have completed assembly language programming, structure of 8051 assembly language, time delay calculation, IO programming, call instruction, IO port programming, bit manipulation, addressing modes of 8051. And today on this series of module 3, it is lecture 7. Accessibility of memory by using addressing modes in 8051. The register direct or indirect addressing modes can be used to access data stored in RAM or registers of 8051 microcontroller. RAM in the 8051 has 128 bytes and addresses 0027FH. RAM location 0021FH are assigned to the register bank and stack. RAM locations 20 to 2FH are set aside as bit addressable space to save single bit data. RAM locations 30 to 7FH are available as a place to save byte size data. The entire 128 bytes of RAM can be accessed using direct addressing mode. This direct address is most often used to access RAM locations 30 to 7FH. There is no other or alternate name for the other RAM locations except the register bank's location are accessed by the register name of R0 to R7, but there is no such name for other RAM locations. The data is in a RAM memory location whose address is known, and this address is given as a part of the instruction in the case of direct address mode. Contrast this with the immediate addressing mode in which the operand itself is provided with the instruction. The hash sign distinguish between the two modes. MOV R0, 10H. Save the content of RAM to the location 40H in R0. Move 55H, A. Save the content of accumulator ACC in RAM location 55H. Move R3, 7FH. Save the content of RAM location 7FH to R3. RAM location 0 to 7FH are allocated to bank 0 register R0 to R7. This register can be accessed in two ways. Move A, 3 is same as the instruction given below. Move A, R3, copy the value of R3 into the accumulator A. Move A, 6 is same as the instruction given below. Move A, R6, copy the value of R3 into accumulator A. Move A, 2 is same as the instruction given below. Move A, R2, copy value of R2 into accumulator A. Move A, 0 is same as the instruction given below. Move A, R0, copy value of R0 into accumulator A. The above example can make understand the importance of hash sign in 8051 instruction. Move R3, hash 2. R3 is equal to 2. Move A, R3, copy R3 to accumulator A. Therefore, A is equal to R3 is equal to 0, 2. Move B, R3, copy R3 to accumulator B. Thus, B is equal to R3 is equal to 0, 2. Move R6, R2, copy R2 to R6. The instruction is invalid since move R6 to R2 is invalid. It is precise. It is easier to use the name R0 to R7 than their memory addresses. RAM location 38 and 7FH cannot be accessed in any other way than their addresses since they have no names. Addresses of special function register in 8051. B register, A register, PSW, DPTR register discussed in the previous classes. This register or special function register, also SFR, they are known as. There are many other special function register widely used. The special function register have their name through which SPF can be accessed by their names or by their address. Register A has address EOH, B is FOH, SFR table listed below. Accumulator addresses 0E08 bit addressable, corresponding byte addressable. It is also shown earlier. So this is the table. This is the table already discussed earlier. The special function register SFR address between H0 to FFH. This is also discussed. On-chip ROM access and indexed addressing mode in 8051. To access data elements of lookup table entries located in the program ROM space of the 8051 indexed address mode is used. The instruction format for this will be move CA @A plus DPTR. The 16-bit register DPTR and register A are used to form the address of the data element stored in on-chip ROM. These are the different ROM locations. This is also we have done earlier. The ROM space starting at 2008 contains Kannada. This program transferred the bytes of ROM location starting at 38H. ORG 0000 move DPTR. Hash OURTATA load ROM pointer. Move DPTR hash 30H load RAM pointer. Move R3 comma hash 6 load counter forward Kannada. Back CLRA accumulator register set to 0, A equal to 0. Move A @A plus DPTR. Move data from code space. Move @RO comma A. Save fetched value from code space into RAM location pointed to by RO. INC DPTR increment ROM data pointer DPTR. INC R0 increment RAM. DJNZ R3 comma back. Loop until counter is 0 from word Kannada. Here is jump stay in this loop. On-chip code space used for storing data. ORG 2008 out data DB Kannada end. Null char for end of string method. So same thing for end string to understand. Here out data, see the last, in between it is okay. For the last line, out data DB Kannada comma 0. Notice the null character at the end of the string. JZ instruction is used to detect the null character at the end of the string. JZ here exit from the loop if null character found. See this line, it is shown over there. The same program, but here it is inserted JZ. If it is null found here, then go to the null character. If exit, if it is null character found. Use of lookup table. The lookup table is used to allow access to table with minimum operation. So this is the lookup table. Register indirect addressing mode and its advantage in 8051. The main register indirect addressing mode accessing data dynamic rather than static. The static data addressing is in direct addressing mode. When using direct addressing, we have to repeat the instruction numerous times. Instead of repeating the instruction, we can create a loop with the instruction as demonstrated in previous example of section 4. Creating a loop is the most efficient way of programming in 8051 and is possible only because of register indirect addressing mode. Looping is not possible in direct addressing mode. This is the main difference between the direct and register indirect addressing modes. Let's write a program to clear 16 RAM locations starting at RAM address 50H. So CLRA clear accumulator MVI R1 hash 50H load pointer with value 50H MOV R6 comma hash 16 load counter R6 equal to 16 10H in hex. Again move at a rate R1 comma A clear RAM location R1 points to INC R1 increment R1 pointer DJNZ R6 comma again decrement R6 and jump to again to loop until counter 0. Example 2, write a program to copy block of 20 bytes of data from ROM location 45H to RAM location 70H. Move R0 hash 45H, load source pointer R0 equal to 45H. Move R1 comma hash 70H, load destination pointer R1 is equal to 70H. Move R2 hash 20, load counter for 20 bytes of data to be copied. Back move A at a rate R0 get byte from the source pointer RAM location pointed by R0. Move at a rate R1 comma A, copy byte to the destination RAM location pointed by R1, increment R0, increment R1, DJNZ R2 back. That is true, it will be as the number will be read from the location, then it will be incremented, and also from where it will be stored, that is also incremented, and keep doing if repeatedly until all the 20 bytes are counted. Limitation of register indirect addressing mode in the 8051. The R0 and R1 are the only register that can be used for pointers in register indirect addressing mode. R0, R1 are 8-bit wide. The limitation of accessing any information in the internal RAM memory of 30H to 7FH or special function register only. When accessing externally connected RAM or on-chip ROM, we need a 16-bit pointer. In this case, DPTR is used. Stack direct and registered indirect addressing mode in 8051. Stack and direct addressing mode. The direct addressing mode is allowed for pushing onto stack. The instruction push A is invalid. Pushing the accumulator onto the stack must be copied as push OE0H. Push OE0H is the address of the register accumulator A. Pushing R2 of bank 0 is coded as push 02. Direct addressing mode must also be used for pop instruction as well as pop 303 will be pop the top of the stack into the R3 of bank 0. Example, let's show the code to push R1 and R2 and A onto the stack and the pop them back onto R3, R4 and B, where B is equal to register A. Push 01, push R1 onto stack, push 02, push R2 onto stack, push OE/OH, push register A onto stack, pop 0FOH, pop top of stack into register B. Now register B is equal to register A. Pop 03, pop top of stack into register R4. Now R3 is equal to R2. Pop 04, pop top of stack into register R5. Now R4 is equal to R1. Register and indirect addressing mode. The register is used as a pointer in the register indirect addressing mode. The register R0 and R1 only is used for this purpose. If data is inside the CPU, The register R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7 cannot be used for indirect addressing mode to hold the address of an operand located in random access memory RAM. The register must be preceded by @ sign. MOV @R0 move contents of RAM location whose address is held by R0 into A. Move @R1, B. Move contents of B into RAM location whose address is held by R1. In the absence of @ sign, move will be interpreted as an instruction moving the content of register R0 to the register A instead of the contents of memory location pointed by R0. Example 2, let's write a program to copy the value of AAH into RAM memory location 30H to 35H. Number 1, direct addressing mode. Number 2, in register addressing mode without a loop. Number 3, with a loop. So first one is direct addressing mode. Move A, #AAH. Load accumulator with the value AAH. Move 30H, A. Copy the accumulator A to RAM location 30H. Move 31H, A. Copy accumulator to RAM 1 location 30H. Move 32H, A. Copy accumulator A to RAM location 30H. Move 33H, A. Copy accumulator to RAM location 33H. Move 34H, A. Copy the content of accumulator to RAM 1 location of 34H. Register indirect addressing mode without loop. Move A, #AAH. Load accumulator with value AAH. Move RO, #30H. Load the pointer R0 equal to 30H RAM address value. Move @R0, A. Copy A to RAM location RO points to, that is to copy AAH to RAM location 30H. INC R0 increment pointer R0. Now it is 30H plus 1, that is to 31H. Move @RO, A. Copy A to RAM location pointed by pointer RO, that is to copy AH to RAM location 31H. INC RO increment pointer RO equal to 31H plus 1, it is 32H. Then move @RO, A. Copy A to RAM location RO points to, that is to AAH. Copy AAH to RAM location 32H, and it is repeated up to 34H. Now register indirect addressing with loop. Move A, #AAH. Load accumulator with the value AAH. Move RO, #30H. Load pointer 30H as RAM address value. Move R2, #05. Load the counter R2 equal to 5. Again move @RO, A. Copy A to RAM location RO points to, that is to copy AAH to RAM location 30H. INC RO increment RO pointer DJNZ R2. Again loop until counter RO equal to 0. So here it is looping. In the earlier program we have seen it is counting from 30 to 34. From 30 it is 5 locations, so register here it is 5. So looping will be 5 times. Arithmetic instruction in 8051. After completing this chapter, you will be able to perform unsigned data and its possible range, addition and subtraction for unsigned data, binary coded decimal system of data representation, packed and unpacked binary coded data, addition and subtraction, unsigned data multiplication, signed data, possible range, code sign at data arithmetic instruction, carry and overflow example. What are unsigned numbers? The data in which all the bits are used to represent data. No bits are set for the positive or negative sign. The operand can be from 00 to FFH or 0 to 255 decimal for 8-bit data. So first one it is addition of unsigned numbers. The accumulator register A must be involved in order to add numbers. The format of the addition instruction is add comma source. Add the value inside source to the value inside accumulator and save the result back in accumulator register, that is to A is equal to A plus source. The add instruction add the source operand with the destination operand. These are the two operands which the add instruction is used. The destination operand is always in register A, while the source operand can be a register, accumulator, immediate data, or in memory. The memory to memory arithmetic operation are not allowed in 8051 assembly language programming. Flag register contains auxiliary carry AC flag, carry flag CY, and parity flag PF. The add instruction could range any of the above mentioned flags according to its operands involved. So first one it is showing move A comma hash 80H. Load the value 80H into the accumulator register A. Add A comma hash 80H. Add the value 80H with the value in the accumulator 0F5H and save the result in register A. That is to 80H plus 80H, that is to 100H. The destination register accumulator contains 00. The following flags are affected. So carry flag CY equal to 1. Out from D7 there is a carry. Parity flag PF equal to 1 and even number of ones is 0. Auxiliary carry AC equal to 0. No carry from D3 to D4 has occurred. How to add individual bytes in 8051. It is already clear that the maximum value that an 8-bit regular can hold is FFH in hex. The carry flag should be checked after the addition of each operand in order to calculate the sum of any number of operands. Move R0 hash 30H loading the pointer. Move R3 hash 5 loading the counter. CLR A clear the accumulator register A. Move R5 comma A clear the register R2. Again add A at a rate R0, add the byte which is pointed to by RO register. JNC next. If no carry, then do not accumulate carry. Ignore and jump. INC R5. If there is a carry, increment R7 by 1 to keep the track or carriers. Next INC R0. Increment the pointer. JNZ R3 again, repeat the loop again and again until R3 equal to 0, end of the code program. So today we are going to end our session over there. So these are the references and thank you. We are ending today's session.